We go back to our early reports in APRC. Gambia's Alliance for Patriotic Reorientation and Construction, APRC, has accused the chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission, IEC, for discriminating against the former ruling party. Moments ago, I spoke to Mr. Duduja, Deputy Spokesperson and Secretary of the APRC, who claims that the IEC chairman, Alaji Mumarjai, is always making false accusations against the APRC party. Dilating on his claims, Mr. Jha said IEC chairman publicly expressed his happiness about the departure of Yaya Jammeh and the loss of the APRC party. He further criticized the naming of the just inaugurated bridge as Senegambia Bridge, which downplayed Gambia's sovereignty. Here is an insight from Mr. Jha. Let's take a look. Mr. Jha, we understand that you are holding a press conference today, slated for today at Mr. Jatta's residence. Can you please explain to us why you're holding it just after a week of your Brikama rally?
That's quite right. Today's press conference, as you've rightly stated, it's due to the fact that we had a very successful mega rally in Brikama, and we want to discuss the reasons why we organized the rally and certain issues that are currently affecting Gambia and Gambians at large, issues such as the deportation of our youths, which we believe it is secretly done, and the government need to come out and state reasons whether they are behind it or not and what they can do for the youths. That's one of the key issues about it. We also have issues to talk about, like the farmers, their granules not being bought from them, and a host of other issues that we
Yes. I am aware that the topics of discussion today will be centered mainly on the Senegambia Bridge and also the deportation of youths from Europe. Yes. Can you please buttress more on those, please?
Yeah, it's key in our deliberations today that we'll be holding. In and out, we're receiving from social media deportation of our youths, which we believe these are issues that need to be social. As Gambians, we need to know the reasons behind it. It's been ongoing, and there were people that were blamed. The foreign ministry, they said they never signed anything. Without a deal being signed, we believe that these deportations will not continue. And again, we can stop it, but what do they have for the youths? They are Gambians, they are back home. It is of concern to us. What plans does the government have for them? And what we want to talk about the Trans-Gambia Bridge also, there's a misnomer in the issue, especially when it has been renamed as the Senegambia Bridge. I believe genuine reasons must be given why the name change. These are issues that are of concern.
From Trans-Gambia too?
Yes, from Trans-Gambia to Senegambia Bridge. We definitely want to dilate on it.
But what specifically?
Specifically, Gambia always claims to be a sovereign state, and we believe sovereignty, you need to take the bull by the horn. There's no problem between integration, Gambia and Senegal. But why always the issue comes to the Gambia that we have to take the name Senegambia? You will go to Senegal, even find a cafeteria where it is named Senegambia. So what is supposed to be Gambian ownership 100%, why do we share with others? These are issues. So
you're saying it's a threat to our sovereignty, right?
Not a threat. We feel that our sovereignty is not being exercised to the fullest.
Okay. Okay, recently there has been a report going on that you people have not selected Yaya Jammeh as your party leader at the IEC after selecting him as your party leader and Secretary General at your rallies. Can you please clear that out?
Thank
because
you.
There's a bit of a confusion with regards to that.
I think social media right now is popping up with messages. Since in the morning, I've receiving calls continuously, people having seen the headlines. One thing, like they said, information is power, but we believe it's misinformation. And like we've been calling on for the IEC chairman to resign, it's not competent at all that you'll have to pass information to the media without officially writing to us or getting to us to communicate. The whole world knows that we went to Congress and we selected, or the delegates themselves as a whole choose him as the leader and the supreme leader. There's not in any point in time where we've written to the IEC and said we have made changes, not in any interview or press releases, that we deregistered the former president Yaya Jammeh as the leader of APRC. That has never happened. To our knowledge, he is registered. What happened is the IEC, they sent us a letter requesting for the executive members of the APRC after our Congress. So we give them the list from Fabakary Tombong Jatta to the last person down. which Yahya Jammeh's name was not included. We believe he's not in the Gambia, he's in exile, and there are certain issues that are happening within the country. It was part of the agreements they made with him in the joint declaration that he doesn't have to interfere. So this is why we decided to leave his name out, but that doesn't show that he is not the leader. And what we learned the last time from the IEC chairman, he said the IEC is not prepared for 2019 elections, which I believe shouldn't come from them as an independent body. That is government's responsibility. And people ask, is Yahya Jammeh our flag bearer? I said at the IEC, they're not ready for 2019 elections.
So you are confirming that Yahya Jammeh is still your party leader?
He is our party leader yesterday, today and tomorrow.
Okay, so what steps have you people taken to solve the misunderstanding of the communication between the IEC and the general public?
Yes, hence the IEC never wrote to us officially to ask or to communicate any information. They took to the media. We're also going to take on to the media to clear the air, to show the people that his statement isn't anything that is verified. So whatever information the APRC has, we'll announce it, either through a press release or we'll write to the IEC. When we expelled one of our party militants by the name Momodu Bujaju, we wrote to the IEC and even copied to the IGP of police, telling them that he has been expelled. Whoever holds a position and resigns will also hold a press conference and will inform the people of what happened. So there's nothing within APRC that we do under the carpet. So we feel it is misinformation and it is incompetent for the IEC chairman always to pick on APRC because he said at a point in time that he's happy that President Jammeh has left this country, and he's also happy that the APRC have lost. Amongst all the political parties that went to congresses, none of them was talked about except the APRC. So we feel there's an ulterior motive behind it, and definitely it doesn't send signals of peace within this.